back. Anyways, here's your week one of the playoffs recaps. Hope you guys enjoy. I'm going to try and do these for the playoffs, and I'm going to try and do them next year again. Just a little less editing, more me talking. I know. Deal with it. All right, here's your first matchup of the week. We got Matt Simons versus Zach Hetzer. Hetzer's been talking a lot of shit this week. He says he's going to splooge all over each and every one of you. He isn't worried about the consequences of that. Um, he has Aaron Rodgers score 28 points in a big victory over the Giants. He also has Derrick Henry score 20, easily taking him in the lead. Will Lutz also has 17. So Matt hopes that his team can keep up. He has Robert Woods score 17, but Saquon Barkley has a disappointing day and only has 11.5 points. He also had Baker Mayfield score 8. Why are you playing Baker Mayfield? That is beyond me. Final score, 102-58. Zach moves on and keeps on splooging. All right, here's your next matchup, and I think it's the best matchup of the week. We got Jesse Kaiser versus Joshua Beauchene. Man, this one was pretty close. It came down to the wire last night. It all depended on if Josh's kicker could get him enough points to overtake Jesse. Well, Jesse has Lamar Jackson score 22 points, per usual. But really, everybody else kind of took a dump this week. Josh Jacobs only had 10, and Dalvin Cook went out early last night for only 10 points as well. I think Jesse thought he had it wrapped up after Sunday, but this didn't go well for him right there. Josh has Todd Gurley get 17.5 and DJ Moore have 13, which still really nothing spectacular. But final score was actually 78 to 77, 78.8 to 77.3. So it was really close. Josh's kicker got a field goal at the end of the game, giving him the victory. Whew. Moving on up. Playoff time. 5-7 in the second round of the playoffs. I said the last matchup was the best matchup, but this actually might be a better matchup. We got the two Bens versus each other. Ben Meyer versus Ben Straka. This was a really close matchup. Wasn't almost the whole time. We have Dak Prescott scoring 22 for Ben Meyer. The LA Rams had a big defensive day, getting 20 points, and Aaron Robinson for the Bears shows up with 14 for Ben Meyer. Ben Straka, though, has Kyle Galladay have 21, and Russell Wilson is the guy he needed in Monday Night Football to come through for him. Would he be able to deliver? He was down by, I think, 20 points. He needed Russell Wilson to get 20 points. That's all he needed to take the victory, to move on to the next round of the playoffs, to take down Mr. Meyer. Well, how did Russell Wilson do last night? He actually had a pretty good game, but man, it was close. He had 16.9 points. Ben Straka loses the playoffs by 3 points. Sorry, buddy. Final score, 96.6 to 93.6. You'll get him next year, Ben. All right, the last matchup of the week. We got Eric Radell versus Nate Toth. This one was an interesting matchup. Eric snuck into the playoffs last week, beating me, just barely getting in. Well, would he be able to perform like he did last week? He has Deshaun Watson score 27.9 points, and Chris Carson had a decent night last night for the Seahawks, scoring 16.9. Alvin Kamara, however, had a very disappointing week, getting him only 8.4 points. But Nathan Toth has Alshon Jeffrey show up for 19.7 points, and Patrick Mahomes having 19.5. He also had Sanders get 16.5, and really the rest of his team did all right too. The final score was 112.6 to 67.9. Nate crushes Eric. See you next year, Eric. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed those recaps. And you know what? Congratulations to everybody who moved on to round 2. It's going to be some close battles next week. We got Josh Beauchene versus Zach Hetzer. Zach, you lucked out. You don't have to play the 1 seed when you thought you were going to be playing the 1 seed. Anyways, then we also have Ben Meyer versus Nate Toth. Wow, that's going to be a good matchup. Both those teams have been on fire, and it should be a high-scoring game. Anyways, I'm going to go over real quickly the winnings for the year. We have the season high score Jesse got, that's $75. He had 1,295 points. He honestly almost had 200 points more than everybody else, which is insane. But so he's going to get a total of $150 because he had 3 weekly highs as well. Ben Straka has 3 weekly highs as well, getting 75. Ben Meyer had 2, getting 50. Eric had 2, getting 50, and Nate had 1, getting 25, and Zach had one getting 25. So I won't be doing that money until the end, but hey, I'll keep, just like always, I will let you keep your entry fee with me so that next year the $75 goes straight to the entry and you don't have to worry about it, right? So we'll talk at that time, but I hope everybody enjoyed this, and I look forward to doing next week's, and good luck to everybody in the playoffs.